Oh, hi. Today's video is dedicated to the Gray Pilgrim. Go over there and check out his channel. He has a great antique firearms collection. And he talks about a lot of stuff, kind of like the same stuff we talk about. I'll leave a link to his video in the description on the video. Hello everybody, I'm Garrett, you're watching 11 Bang Bang. Today we have the EMF Great Western 2 Buntline in 45 Colt. Now, this is a pretty cool gun. It's actually made by Pieta, and so it has the Pieta action, which means 4 clicks, just like the good Lord intended. Now, about this gun, it's what we call the pre-war model, meaning we have the dinky you can pop over to pull the base pin out and remove the cylinder, whereas the black powder frames did not have that. We have the crescent ejector rod, but the most obvious thing is we have a 12-inch barrel, and this is a really accurate gun, I believe. The Pieta action I find is a touch smoother than the Uberti action, and I love Ubertis, I love Cimarrons. This action is very smooth. However, this thing has an extremely crisp, clean trigger break, but I would say the trigger is about 2 times heavier than the Cimarrons. It's just a little bit heavy. But other than that, everything seems to be working on it pretty good. Let's take a few shots. We're gonna load it up. Now we are gonna do the cowboy load. I've said before, you can load them with 6 and put it on safety notch if you want. I got a whole video on that. But just for now, we're gonna load 1, skip 1, load 4 more. By the way, these are hand loads. And after you've loaded 4, cock the hammer back, you're sitting down and empty, you're ready to go. All right, let's shoot this thing. All right, guys, wind's really whipping today. We don't know exactly where this gun's gonna hit, so we are going to take a shot here about 20 yards. We'll put a group on that lower bullseye and see where they go. Where did that go? Alright, let's take a look. Alright guys, not the best grip offhand. I'm getting used to that trigger still, but we did put them all right around in here, and so that's going to work for now. Alright guys, take a few shots. Right over the top of the big plate. There we go. Uh-oh, I missed a big bottle. Well, guys, I'm getting a little used to that really heavy trigger. Might have to take this thing out and do a trigger job on it, but like I said, it breaks clean. It's just really heavy. Okay, guys, wind keeps blowing our targets over, so let's take a shot here at this range. Oh, yeah. Getting used to that trigger now. Click. All right, now we're getting on to it. Now we only have 2 left because the wind keeps blowing them off. And it doesn't do any good if you shoot down on the empty. Wait a minute. All right, guys, must have had a few bad primers. They were dented, but they didn't shoot. Let's see if we hit them again, if they'll go. Nope. There we go. Just to the left. Give me a little bottle. There we go. Alright, now let's see if we can't take the little can. There we go. Alright, we're getting on to this thing now. Alright guys, so let's talk about the Buntline right quick while we're loading up. The Buntline, as far as I know, I've read quite a bit on the subject, was never officially a Colt designation of the single action army, not like the Bisley or the ejectorless model was. But I messed that up a little bit. But anyway, the thing of it is they did make some special order. You could get anything from Colt you wanted special order. However, the idea that Wyatt Earp carried one of these is kind of up in the air. We do know, for example, that at the OK Corral, he actually had a Smith & Wesson Model 3 American. And so some people reported him carrying a long barrel Colt around Tombstone, but what I think we probably were carrying, what they probably were talking about, was a 7.5 inch model, because Buntline supposedly had, I believe, 7 of these made from Colt and given to different people. Like I believe he gave one supposedly to Bat Masterson, Wyatt Earp, Bill Tillman, and supposedly they all cut the barrels down because they weren't practical, except for Wyatt Earp. The only problem I have with this is we don't actually have a record of this until a fiction novel was written in the 1930s that talked about, well, it was supposed to not be fiction, but most of the stuff in it turned out absolutely to be fiction. And he talked about the Buntline or revolver. Before that, we really don't have any records of Wyatt Earp having that. And like I said, we know he used the Smith & Wesson quite a bit. So, you know, they made them, and especially in the 1950s and stuff, people special ordered them. 1930s was kind of a big deal, but it wasn't really a Colt thing. My main question is, if Wyatt Earp did have a Buntline, it has only been 150 years ago, where did it go? There should be some record of it. So yeah, I don't really think he probably had one. I think he had a 7.5 inch barrel Colt at one point. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Doesn't mean it's not a good gun. It's a lot of fun. Pretty accurate once you figure out how to shoot it. Let's go ask Cowboy Bob. Can I say that and not miss the big target, the biggest target on the range? There we go. Still getting used to that trigger. Now these smokeless loads are hitting with some authority, even at that range. And click. Alright, I'm going to load this up one more time. We're going to clear off the rail. Then we'll do something a little different. Let's see if I can do any work on the rail with the Great Western 2 Buntline. Oh no! Shaking like a leaf. Well, I shot the target off the deal. We're gonna have to do a little welding work now on the old rail. I can already tell. Those were actually fairly hot for smokeless. All right, let's see if we can get the elusive target over the top. I think I've had some bad primers in this batch. There we go. That one is elusive. Let's work on these bottles down here. Just to the right. There we go. I'll tell you what, that longer barrel makes this shorter Navy style grip a little bit of a bear. I think I would really like this gun a lot more. Not that I don't like it, I do. But I think I would like it a lot more if it had an Army style grip on it. That would help support the weight of that barrel. Alright, let's go around and see if we can smack that bad primer one more time. Yep. Got some bad primers, guys. can't finish the video without at least a handful of plowboy loads. For those of you who don't know, this is 40 grains of 3F Old Einsford with a 255 grain, pardon me, hard cast bullet set on top of it. These are known across the internet as plowboy loads because he was one of the first guys to actually step out there and say, hey guys, you can do this. For some reason it became an internet fallacy or a falsehood, whatever you want to call it. People just said you can't do it. People said you're compressing the powder, it's too much. Balloon headed cases from the old days, different. Guys, put a lot of plowboy rounds through these guns. It never has hurt one thing, and never will, I don't think. So anyway, in honor of plowboy, I've also loaded all 6, and I'm carrying it on the safety notch. So, you know what? That's just how we're doing it today. Yeah! That long barrel's making full use of these plowboy loads. And it's not recoiling up so much as it's pushing straight back into my hand with these loads. Knock the target off. And flinch. Yay! That black powder's got that gun hot. Alright guys, that's all I have for the Great Western 2 EMF imported Buntline. A lot of fun to shoot, guys. Yeah, it's quickly becoming one of my favorite single action armies. Anyway, trust in God, keep your powder dry. Go check out Gray Pilgrim. I got his channel linked down there in the description. Go give him a watch. Bye.